This is big time!
Who is Randy? Don't bring anyone's mother into this.
Your mama in the fucking stands!
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pashitsky.
welcome to your mom's house.
Oh boy, is the vignette intentional? It wasn't. I know how to fix it though. Welcome first and foremost to one of our newest members, Stephanie. Welcome to the Stink Portal, Stephanie. She can be a part of the chat. You realize we just started making this so that everyone can watch them. But if you want to get here in the Stink Portal, well then by all means, become a member. There we go. Did I fix it yet? Is that better? All righty then. Is there still a vignette? No, I did it. I fixed it. I knew I could fix it. It's I, Josh Potter. Welcome to Behind the Jeans, folks. Behind the Jeans Show at gmail.com is where you can always send things in if you are, in fact, outside the Stink Portal. Maybe you are a poor, you haven't gotten a membership yet. We encourage you to do so. Or if you are so lucky, try and keep those tabs open on your YouTube account there. The tabs that allow you to accept gifted memberships. Maybe one of the wonderful people who are members here at Your Mom's House YouTube channel, maybe they will gift you a membership. You never know. So, ooh, look at this. Already got a gifted new member. We got Sputnik, new member Sputnik. And look at this. Ashley, I won't say her full name. $10 super chat. Tony Hinchcliffe must be the most relieved man in the country after the election's outcome. Well, let's not talk about elections. Ashley, I won't say her full name. Come on now. This is Your Mom's House. Though we do have a message coming up from our next president, as was displayed on Your Mom's House today. It was released today after we've gotten a new president. But welcome to the new members. And again, keep those tabs open if perchance you might get a membership gifted to you. How wonderful would that be? Also, by the way, my website, thejoshpotter.com. Got some shows up there coming to my hometown in Buffalo Thanksgiving week, the Saturday after Thanksgiving there, the 30th of November. Get tickets for that. Also, I'll be in Arizona December 6th and 7th in Bisbee and then Yuma, Arizona. So get those tickets at thejoshpotter.com. Thank you so much. Last week, if you were here, we all got so many brand new members. Thank you for gifting a membership there. Don't trip. One of the poors appreciates it, I'm sure. But last week, we had so many members sign up, about 26, all in anticipation of me being in Austin, in the mothership of sorts, right in the big old Your Mom's House studios, not here out on my little island in Los Angeles. And yes, did we have some wonderful times. We got Tanner in the tit cups, which felt nice for me, by the way, to sort of pass down the tit cups to Tanner, the young Tanner. And by the way, a new segment here on Behind the Jeans coming up at the end of the program, Thoughts from Tanner. So we'll get to that. Tanner Thoughts or Thoughts from Tanner. I'm not sure if we've decided on a name quite yet, but yes, that a brand new segment, and we will have that for you at the end of the program. Just a little FYI. But yes, it was nice to pass the tit cups to Tanner. Hopefully you checked that out if you haven't already gone over there and checked it out. I, a roach, in costume and in soul and purpose. This is the problem initially when we tried the tit cups, if you were watching. I cannot get them to latch on my hairy body. Not the pump one. The industrial tit cup, as we then found out, we tried to watch the clip over and over again, but like I was getting to, we ended up with many technical difficulties last week. We went into bonus time. I mean, Ennie was beside himself. I'm happy to say, in this one case, I must make it known, I had nothing to do with the technical difficulties last week. That was not on my end. Usually, typically, as history has shown, I'm the one who's making the technical mistakes. I might even do some here tonight. That's my first time back in 2 weeks. And, it could be a little out of practice when it comes to queuing up the clips and whatnot. Hell, I was in a vignette, as Cougar pointed out, for a little bit there. But then, yes, we had the roach costume on. We ended up going over some very spooky, creepy, wild things that Cougar curated for us, and that was a good time. Once we were back on air, I had a blast doing that and going over all the YMH Halloween costumes and things. And because it was Halloween, or at least the eve of Halloween, what do they call that one? Beggar's Night or what have you? The roach put on the Halloween costume, and Ennie was, like I said, just not in a great mood. So he wanted to go out and have a time. Really tie one on, you see. So me, Ennie, Cougar, Garrett was behind the camera. Zolo met us out. My friend Ormash, comedian, you know her from Wild and Out, she ended up tagging along at some point. I mean, this was a real group here. And not only that, I don't know if Cougar wants to pop on, but not only did we have Halloween festivities, not only did we have the desire to go get drunk a bit, but Cougar, people can hear you. Oh,
yeah.
There you are. Can we say your bet? Are we allowed?
I mean, we said it all over the story, and it's part of the
oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, it's gonna. Anyway. I figured, yeah, that's gonna actually be in the content. But yes,
yeah.
I mean, Cougar put money on the Dodgers back when Yamamoto signed with the Dodgers, and boy, oh boy, nothing gets me excited like a bet. And he had $1,000 on it to win $4,500 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. I mean, nothing makes me more excited. So let's get into, so these are the circumstances of the evening, folks. I just wanted to let you know about that. But Cougar, I'll leave your voice up here. We don't need to see your little circle. But hold on, let me pull up now. Ooh, here we go. We can do a little stop and start with this guy. This is an amalgam, a cut together video of all our IG stories, and we can kind of fill in the blanks as we go. So it starts out with Ennie, who, again, very upset about his showing in terms of the technical stuff last week on the show. So he wanted to get drunk, and now he's trying to bet on other things too. He's like, what do you think the chat's gonna pick? Whiskey? I mean, he gave us like 3 options. There was no real sport in it, so I found disinterest in it, but we thankfully had the Dodgers to bet on down the road. So the gambling gets a little, if you're going to wonder about that in the chat, it gets a little wonky in the bets that we're doing in here. Let me just go into before I scoop out of the way, let me just go over to the chat. Oh yeah, Mr. Clavicles, Bisbee, Arizona, that's where I'm going to be. Those tit cups gobbled up Tanner's hungry little twink tits. Exactly, Corey Sanchez, and it was nice to pass those along. Pass the tit cups to Tanner. And someone, I think I saw the funniest comment I've ever seen in my life on Instagram. A guy said, it's looking like a Diddy party up in here, and that made me laugh so hard. Why didn't I think of that when I was on the program? Probably because my mind was elsewhere. Anyhow, let's get into some video here.
Oh, it's you got to unmute the video.
So we stole the social. This is the social media phone. And by the way, Eddie found out that his face opens it, which was creepy. How did that happen? But here, look at there. It says the different liquors we're going to drink.
Can't hear the audio on my side.
What's that?
I can't hear the audio. I think you know.
Oh, I'm hearing the audio. We'll start
you
over.
go.
I didn't realize. Okay, let me see.
Yeah,
My
you
bad.
just needed to unmute it on a stream.
Look at that. See, now this one's on me, folks. I did this one. Okay, here, let's start over.
Yeah, the stream was a little annoying tonight. It made me upset.
I hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So I stole the social department's phone, and we're gonna just fuck with the account tonight. I don't know, maybe I'll get fired tomorrow. We'll see.
Did he? Did he get fired? I don't think so. Yeah, I would have heard
No,
about
he
that.
did not get fired.
Thank goodness. And there we are. Look at there's the we're looking at the poll
It's
here.
tequila. Yeah.
Yeah, tequila is murdering the others. We kind of figured that would be the case. That was my hope, even though I didn't get to bet on tequila.
Not even close.
We knew it was gonna be tequila.
You guys wanted to fuck us up quick, but can I tell you something?
Tequila's our fucking favorite.
Yes, it was.
Guess what? It's what I wanted.
See?
Shot of coffee.
We did weird shots there with the ice. I was like, why are we putting ice in it? It's just a shot.
Because I think we were gonna like make cocktails with the ice, but then just.
But then we
decided,
just did a shot. Eddie's like, let's do a shot. And then I get putting like maybe a cube in it to chill it. You're supposed to put the ice in it and then pour the shots out of the ice. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm no bartender, but I've watched enough of them to figure that out. But here we are. Now we're going. So we left that. Now I had to go do a set at whatever the hell that place was. The Sunset. Thank you to the Sunset for having me. And I went in the Roach costume. I had 2 sets that night. An early set at the old Sunset Strip Club. And that's Red Band's Club. And then I had one late down at the old Mothership. So the first one I went to, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go up and I'm going to wear the old Roach costume. I don't mind. And then did we skip that part? Is this the next the next bar?
Yeah, I think that's the Sunset room.
Oh, this is us going into it. Yes. Okay.
What's going on?
Okay, give it up for the very first
There's our match. All right.
Anthony Shanker! This is Anthony
She didn't know I was
Shanker.
coming on stage. My name's Josh Potter. I'm a Roach. They call me the Roach, but I am terrified of these things. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right, I just got done with my set.
Did a lot of Roach jokes just to get through it, you know, it was what the hell. And while I was on stage, now this is something, that little background thing. So I go on stage, the Dodgers losing 5-0 to the Yankees. And I forget if it was the 4th or the 5th inning in which the Dodgers had their comeback, but I was on stage during that half of, the inning. And I get off. I had no idea the meltdown that occurred. All of a sudden, it's 5-5 when I get off stage. So here we are about to go to our next spot. 5-5 now. New life in Cougar, new life in the bet. We thought it was doomed, 5-0. We just thought, whatever. I knew there's a lot of baseball left, but... Most wild set I've ever done. We're betting on baseball, and we're going to go to Coyote Ugly to watch the rest of this game and scam on some ladies in a Roach costume. See if I can get my dick sucked in a Roach costume. And then right after that, I ran into the table and knocked a drink off of it. Do you remember that? We turned the camera off. I mean, I think Garrett was filming, and he was like, why did I turn it? Or were you filming? Somebody was, but it's like, fuck, you turned the camera off right as I knocked over a table with a drink on it. Now, Coyote Ugly was kind of dead, and I thought I would get to walk on the bar. They did not let me walk on the bar in the Roach costume, but they did let some other broad walk on the bar. Maybe it's a girls-only thing. I'm not sure, but they let some stranger broad walk on the thing, and they didn't let me. The girls were hot, and they teased me. They had me do a body shot. Now, I thought a body shot involved some physical contact with a lady. I mean, I've seen the movie Coyote Ugly. I thought a body shot's like I lick her stomach, and then I suck the liquor out of her belly button, and then I have intercourse with her. I don't know. I thought there was more to do with a body shot. Then we 69, I forget the movie-ness. It's the 90s and such. But now I got some COVID version of the body shot here. This is crazy here. I didn't get to touch him at all. We're doing just regular shots here. First, we're just doing regular shots. Ennie's And he doesn't. This is my favorite part of the night because we're gambling on this baseball game. And he threw some money in as well with somebody. So Ennie's gambling on it, hoping the Dodgers win. He doesn't understand how baseballs go, how baseball as a sport goes in any level. Like right here, he seems like a guy who's very invested in the game, like he's going to lose his house on
so
this
locked
baseball
in.
game. He was locked in. He's not even like getting the girl. He's like wishing the girl would get out of the way of the television. He's like, get the fuck out of the way of the and then right after this clip was shot, I do believe, he turned to me and said, how do you know which one's a ball and which one's a strike? Locked in though, locked in.
$20 well spent once.
$20 here, the body shot, right? Let me just go back over here. I haven't been looking at the chat one bit, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, well, there it is. I scrolled to the bottom. The roach is for the children. Thank you. Yes, I mean, I hope not, actually, but if that's a reference to the tit cup thing, maybe so. Fucking Bobby says, did anyone ask you what you were supposed to be? No, I'm a roach. It's pretty obvious. I mean, is that confusing? Does that look like a confusing looking costume? I think it's pretty self-evident what I am. Don't Trip says, Ennie's doing research. Research on what? On how to stream a video? On how to stream a live sporting event, perhaps? I'm not sure. If you had your tit cups on, they would have let you. That's true, fucking Bobby. Maybe they would have thought I was a chick also with my tits. Although dudes can have tits too. We know this. We know this. Let's continue. So I'm about to do the worst body shot in the history of time. I don't know if this is a COVID or a 2024, like more... I don't know the word. It's not woke, but just sanitized. It's sanitized. I don't touch them at all. So look at, they do this thing. This is fun. Yeah, now I like this. Meanwhile, my hands are tied together. They literally don't trust me to just stand there like a gentleman. I have to have my hands tied together so that I cannot. And they poured ice down my shirt. I mean, this was the most rude body shot I've ever incurred. I have to not only get cucked sitting there by this other lady, but also I get ice poured down me. I mean, this is like I thought Barack Obama did away with torture, but here we are. 1, 2. Now this is the shot. They just grab my head. I don't even get to drink it myself. I have to just I lean over her body. I'm leaning. I just get a view of her navel. It's as if. Remember it's almost like the throwback. They're like, remember when you used to be able to lick this out of their belly button? Well, we don't do that anymore. We're not putting tongues in belly buttons. So we're just doing a shot. You get to watch a little show. You get to watch them quasi-scissor, and that's the end of that. Suck it. Suck it. She just puts a lemon in my fucking, or a lime in my fucking mouth. Suck it. Don't get me wrong. I like this part. Now the good boy thing, I was like, okay, you got me, lady. You understood. You're pushing all the right buttons. But still, I was upset. Not the body shot I signed up for. There are my tied up hands. Now, we go to the next spot. I forget what this place is called. Wild Greg's, evidently. They have a bowl. We all have to write I mean, when you go to do the bowl, you got to sign a waiver for the bowl. I was scared. I'm like, oh my God, am I going skydiving? This thing is crazy. What's going to happen up here on the bowl? I didn't know that I had to sign a waiver for it. You don't sign a waiver when you go on a merry-go-round, you know? So sure, it's going to throw me off. I guess it's like in case there's this rare occurrence, you know, where you just like someone falls the right way and their neck snaps. That'd be something that a real morbid person would go watch at one of these bars.
By the plastic horns.
I'm going to go watch freak accidents happen at the old mechanical bowl. Because, you know, people fall downstairs all the time and crack their neck open. And then they never walk again just because they trip down the stairs. Imagine at the mechanical bull. How did you get paralyzed, sir? I fucked up at the mechanical bull. I'm a prisoner of a wheelchair for the rest of my life due to my mechanical bull falling. But yes, I got on this thing. I signed the waiver. I get emails from this fucking company now every 3 days. I know pretty good. Hold on. Let's go back here. Let's count it. I mean, I'm a fucking... I went a little rope and ride. ride. Remember what's that song? Riding my 6-shooter on the Hannah Drive. This should have been a cowboy. Okay, here I am. I'm a roach on a bull, for Christ's sake. Yeehaw! Oh, look at him go. I feel like I was on it longer than that portrays. I feel like you guys edited for time. I feel like they kept the bullshit. They edited the bullshit out till I fell over. I thought I was on that thing for an eternity. That suit is truly tremendous, by the way. The antennas flopping around. Here's Ennie now. Ennie wanted to get on there because, he's like, I got to be able to go longer. And he really did. He had a strategy where he's like, I'm going to lean back and hold this. It was very interesting. Watch him go. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And Ennie was paralyzed. That'd be terrible. He's like Dr. Xavier, Black Dr. Xavier. What's this? Oh, did Ennie broke the horn off of it, didn't he?
He tore both the horns off.
How did he do that?
I don't know.
I don't even notice that part. He didn't even have his hands on there because the guy yelled at me when I grabbed it. I grabbed it at it had like a hole in it. And I wrapped my arm in there. I was like, I'm going to grab this hole. And he's like, no, you can't do that. You have to hold on to the white thing. Probably because if you flew off, it would rip your arm out and would snap it in half. But here we go. Let's see it again. So there's the horns. The horns are on the bull as we speak. It's because his feet. He kicks them off. Watch. Oh, shit. There's one. Oh, yep. His feet kicked him off. There's one laying there. The bull isn't haggard. So Ennie got his pound of flesh, if you will, from the bull. So the bull didn't get the best of Ennie. Ennie said, I'm going to take some of you with me, sucker. Look at the poor guy running the bull that night. It's fucking Halloween, for Christ's sake. Professor Little Boner, Professor Rucker. That's a good one. Little Boner, man. He's a fucking MVP, dude. He really has some good ones. What's this one say? Fuck, you beat me to it. Don't trip. It's okay. We're all one here. We're all a community. We're all a community. Chubby Blunts, what's up? Welcome to the Stink Portal, my friend. Okay, let's keep going here. The bull's broken. So now, I do believe we're like, let's get out of here and watch the end of this game. Cougar has money riding on this. Ennie has money. So do I. I mean, everybody does. So here we are now. We're watching the game, and I'm zipping and zapping. I'm drunk now at this point. I got a set at the mothership for in 2 hours or some shit. I don't even know what time it is at this point. But we are watching the end of this game, and I'm getting juiced for my boys. I want my boys to win. I want all my boys to win all their gambling bets, always. So I'm getting excited. I'm talking about the game. And Judge right now facing a full count, 3-2. One out on the, and the Dodgers are up 1 run on the Yankees here. Oh, I'm getting hyped up. Blake Training's pitching. There it is. What'd you say?
Incredible baseball commentary, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That's just me talking. I just do this in my apartment by myself most of the time. I'm just talking at the TV. Oh, yeah, we'll take that outside shit all day long. One more strike. Bye. Oh, my God. The feelings. I wish I could feel that every day of my life, Cougar. I wish every time I'm with the boys and we hit our bets. Oh, it's such a great feeling. It's why we do this. And by that, I mean sports bet. It's why we do this. And World Series, I'm getting a tear in my eye right now. So all the technical difficulties, all the much ups and downs of the day, the stream prior, it all was worth it for this moment right here, where we get to, in our drunken, look at that still shot right there. The Roach and Cougar embracing so purely. Cougar's a richer man, and then we did a shot to celebrate. Look, Cougar's crying.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, he's crying, folks. I mean, this was...
Oh my God, Walker Buehler! I knew when he came in, and Alex Verdugo was at the plate. Family line.
Alex Verdugo was the guy at the plate that was going to save them. Yeah, right.
Alex Verdugo swings at everything, and I knew it. I'm so sorry. Swung at every pitch. Oh, we're going to
I was apologizing to somebody.
You were because there were Yankees people there. I didn't even notice them. What are they doing in Texas? That's like that fucking salsa commercial. New York City, get out of here. New York City. Now we're in. You can see the photo of Mitzi Shore behind me. Potter's drunk vision must be wild. It's not. It's the same as it is now. As a matter of fact, as we speak, I have been, since I got home from Austin, dealing with many allergies, and my eyes are like very dry and it's all like blurry and tearing up. So I am having a difficult time reading your chats today. He actually sees better. See, Corey Sanchez, you get it. Corey Sanchez gets it out there, folks. Corey Sanchez knows what's going on. It was the best live to date, says fucking Bobby. Was it? It was tremendously frustrating for the rest of us, I will say. But it was worth it. Like I said, the fruits of its labor. If that's the best one, then I'm trying too hard the rest of these times. Now, so here I am in Mitzi's. What is on my head? Do I have two hats on? What's on my head there?
Oh, that's my hat.
Oh, because of the Dodgers. Okay, yes, I'm sorry. I'm like, did I wear two hats? Am I that big of a retard? Did I go on stage with two hats?
Yeah, you were doing a David Tell style.
Yeah, I would have been like, what an idiot.
Made it to the end of the night. I gotta go do a spot in like 30 minutes. The Dodgers won, and Cougar won a grip of money. I'm a little drunk.
That's Mitzi behind me.
bad.
She would be proud. I'm like, I'm a little drunk. Mitzi's looking at me in judgment. She's like, how'd you get past at my club? And this one that my face is on.
I could bomb. But we're here, and we're doing it, and we made it to the end of the night, folks. I'm gonna go do my set, and then, who knows, the wheels are gonna come off.
Yeah, wheels didn't come out. I did my set, and then I drank a little more, and then I had a flight at 7 a.m., and I was hung over. Did a lot of shots that night, Cougar. We sure did. Oh, there it is. What a beautiful video. What a wonderful time. What a beautiful video. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord, Cougar. Well, thank you for a wonderful night. And did you go to Vegas?
To collect the winnings? No, not yet, but planning
So you
to,
still, I mean, that's just money down the road. That's fun. But you're
sitting
not
there
far
waiting
away.
for 'em.
What's a trip from Austin to Vegas?
Like a 3-hour flight.
Oh, a 3-hour flight? I thought you could drive there. Good God.
I mean, you could. It would probably take a while.
Oh, yeah, it's like pretty close to here, so never mind. But boy, oh boy, folks, so that was such a fun time out last week in Austin, Texas. I got to get out there more often. I'm going to work on doing that because anytime the gang can get together, that makes for good behind the jeans fodder. But, you know, yesterday something happened, the election and what have you. And so, as we woke up today, we had a new message from our president. And hold on here, I'll pull it up. Don't you fret. Don't you fret. I've got it. Aha. Oh, hold on.
That's me.
Hold on, that's you, Cougar. Hold on, I got you.
I think you closed the wrong screen.
I did. Shit. Here it comes. Ta-da! Look at me. All right, here we are.
Yes, I make phone calls on the toilet as I'm peeing and shitting, but I don't burp into the phone with Brendan, our merch guy.
Pretty crazy, man. Speaking of presidents, we actually got a message from our president. So why don't we just go ahead and take a look at that before we go any further?
Welcome back, Christine. I'm glad you're feeling better. I love you and Tom together. You guys are so hot. Thank you guys so much for making me the president. I had so much fun with you guys, like watching the special needs chef and then fat people at Disney. Oh, and then what was that guy's name? Duncan with the P. I'm already so hard at work, you guys, being the president. I think what the podcast needs and the office.
Duncan with the P, she's talking about, I think she gets Duncan and double soul shaman there, a little mixed uppy there. That's okay. She can say whatever she wants. Duncan's got the P in my eyes.
Is sexy. Those little clips.
God, can I just say real fast that I'm so honored to have New Christine as my boss. I mean, can I say I think I can speak for every employee behind the jeans that having New Christine as a president, being under this new rule, has really been a bright beacon of light. Even me being far away from the studio, not necessarily under the roof constantly, I can feel it all the way here in Los Angeles. Much brighter presence, this president, than the former one.
That you guys do, it's way sexier. And then why don't you guys just play videos of like cactus? We need it. I think that's what's going to make it thrive.
Cactus. Got to get more cactus up in here.
I think that's what the viewers want. So yeah. Anyway, new Christine, new president, signing off. Mwah.
That's fucking crazy.
We got to get cactuses in here. I'm gonna follow that right now. I live near some. I'm in Los Angeles. This is a desert. I think I know a store that has succulents or whatever those are called. Oh my lord. I don't know why my brain went to succulents at that moment, but nevertheless, I think I can get some cactus around here. Cacti, if you will. Is that truly the plural? Is it cacti? That seems wrong. I'm not sure. Yes, indeed. Succulents. Christine should get her tits installed. Okay, says Corey. That's what Corey Sanchez says. That's not reflective of me. I'd let new Christine be my boss, says Sophie Reed. Well, yeah, I mean, she is a wonderful... I mean, she's gotten a lot done around the office. I mean, things are running efficiently. Chubby Blunt's sweet lord just came back to a perfect rack, LOL. Yeah, welcome back, pal. Welcome back. That's what happens. You never want to miss a second here on Behind the Jeans. Keep us on. Don't take us off, because if you leave the stink portal, you never know what you're going to miss, you know?
Never thought of that.
What does she want? Videos of sexy?
Sexier stuff, first of all, which makes sense. We should have sexier content.
Duh.
And then cactus stuff, which we've never discussed.
What do you mean cactus stuff?
I don't
like
know, I guess.
the plant?
Yeah.
Like cactus?
I think so.
Is that what she's saying?
Hell yeah.
I don't even understand what that is.
There's videos here for us to play. I guess that she flagged.
Oh my God, thank God. See, I wasn't sure if we were going to get examples. But this is what she leads from the front, folks. She leads from the front. And she provided some things.
This is for all the cactus-loving content people out there. This is my newest cactus. I picked it up for $7 the other day. I believe this is the blue candle cactus, and I just realized I've said cactus like 3 times already. How could you not like this thing? It is super cool. Like, look at that.
It is super cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Has all these little thorns or spines.
Sick, dude.
Pretty pokey. Gotta watch out for them.
Yeah.
I just repotted it in this terracotta pot. The soil that it came in was really not good. It wasn't a well-draining soil, so I put it in a new cactus mix that's got lots of perlite, and it's just a well-draining mix. Now, I want this to be in my south-facing window, but I can't just put it right there in full sun, otherwise it's probably going to get a little bit of burn.
No,
so
you
I'm
gotta
going to put it off to the corner here.
Oh, very
smart. A little bit of morning direct
That
sunlight,
looks like a spot made just for the
it'll
cactus.
do well in the spot, and then once it
Very smart.
acclimates to this location, then I'll put it in full sun. But otherwise, I think that's me it. Thanks for watching. See ya.
That's fucking cool, man.
Holy
I didn't.
shit,
first
dude.
of all, I never knew that if you put it in direct sun, you could burn it.
It was a cactus. Doesn't it live in direct sun?
Why are you being
I mean,
like
it's
this?
so stupid. This is stupid. We're not going to put cactus.
Because we could live in direct... I mean, as a human being, we could live in many non-ideal circumstances and let the weather beat us down. But if we could preferably live in shade or what have you, then yeah, we're gonna thrive. I think that is a bigger meaning than even just at the cactus level. Why do something that hurts us, though we can and are made to deal with it? Why do it when we can do something that is more comforting, when we have the ability and means?
Cacti in the office? Is that what she wants us to do?
And inform the audience about it. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is such a dummy idea.
No, it's not.
She's a dummy, Tom.
Do you guys think it's dumb?
No, definitely not. Not really, no.
It's the smartest thing I've ever heard in my life, actually. Quite frankly, genius.
Hey,
Not sure the hate here.
I'm not gonna lie. That was
Look at the life lesson that I just taught us about comfort, about what's the word? Treating yourself. Self-love really is what I'm getting at the end of the day, is something I just learned from that cactus right there. So, I mean, if we can get more life lessons from future cactus.
cool fact.
it's
pretty
not
cool.
cool.
It
I
is
always
cool.
wanted to know more about
God.
cactuses.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but he
Today
doesn't.
I'm going to show you how to water a cactus. This is my blue candle cactus, and
Let's
it's just
go.
soaking up all that extra spring sunlight. Down here
Beautiful.
is a pincushion cactus.
Oh,
and it's
wow.
got these
Whoa.
beautiful pink blooms right
Look
now.
at that.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Looks absolutely gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
First thing you want to look for is to make sure that the soil is absolutely bone dry, and sometimes you might even see a little bit of wrinkling on the plant, like
Yep.
this one.
I like his little pointer. It's a pencil, I think, but I like what it's very colorful. It matches the cactus.
That just means it's dehydrated and
I'm
it needs a
dehydrated.
good thorough watering. Don't be scared to give these
Ooh.
plants a lot of water. As long as they're in an appropriate soil, as well as a terracotta pot with a drain hole, then you shouldn't be able to overwater these. You can see there's a
at
little
that.
bit of kind of bubbling here. It's just dry air pockets. So I'm going to keep giving it water until the
You gotta
That's
water
how you
it
do it.
Oh my
so
God,
much.
dude.
That's how you do
saturated
it.
until it comes
Give
out
it
the bottom
you
of the
thoroughly
drain hole.
saturate
I
it.
do have another one here as well.
I love watching the water go in there. What is the people in the chat saying here? I never leave mine in direct sun. Yeah, you can't. You can't do it. You can't do it. Oops. Hey, 13 bots. Welcome, or bats, excuse me. I hope not bots. How are ya? I'm just reading people's chats here. You can find out $4.99. What's it? Probably take a look at New Christine's work tonight. Just want to make sure she has my vote. Chubby Blunt says, well, she's already the acting president of your mom's house. And I'm not sure that your vote is necessary anymore. I mean, I think her work has blown things away, but I do suggest thoroughly taking a look at her work and just getting a better appreciation for what she's contributed to not only your mom's house, but outside of it. I didn't watch this episode. Someone about to put a cactus inside them. Well, Ashley, I won't say her full name. I'm not sure. Right now, we're just appreciating and loving cactuses.
Well,
Let's find out.
same thing. It's in a cactus
What's it gonna
succulent
do?
mix. It's in a plastic pot, but it does have
Oh,
drain
wow.
holes. So I'm just going to let that drain through until it comes out the bottom. Sometimes you might even have to let it soak in a container just so it can
Yeah.
get saturated. Otherwise, that's all you do. Thanks for watching. See ya.
Wow.
Well, I could tell you right now, speaking for the audience, they're going to want a lot
Welcome
more
back,
of this.
Christine. I'm glad you're
So
feeling better.
I would.
I love
This
you
is so
and Tom
dumb.
together.
You
It
guys,
is not
nobody
dumb.
wants more cactus content. He's not even about the cactus.
He just
So
showed us,
much
first of
for
all, how to
making me-
manage some.
I'm not sure why it's playing twice there. That's interesting. Did I do that? Or is that in the episode?
sunlight and how to
President, I
water
have
it.
so
Like
much
5
fun with you
times
guys,
the
like,
same
watching,
information.
especially
Well, anywho, I think we got our fill. No one put one inside of themselves, Ashley. I won't say her full name. No one did it yet. But if you are thinking about doing that, and again, this is not asking people to go out and do something like this, I would never, ever ask for that. I'm just saying, if you are so inclined, film it and send it on in behindthegeneshow@gmail.com. That is the email, folks. I'll put it up if you don't remember it while I get ready for my next video, because also there was a discussion on this episode that was about Al Pacino, and boy, oh boy, did that one tickle my fancy here. I'm gonna hold on. Let me do this. Let me be a real star about it. Get that off the screen so I can locate it for you. But this, this discussion, because I've been seeing Al Pacino all over the damn place lately, and he's old, and he's got a baby, and it's kind of crazy that he's got a baby. But here's the
I
discussion.
can't do it as a woman. My self-esteem. By the way,
Get it.
can we please fucking talk? Speaking of ridiculous, about Al Pacino.
Yeah.
I've been obsessed about this one for days.
Al Pacino, one of the great actors of our
Hurrah!
generation.
Is that his stupid sound?
Hoorah!
Hoorah!
She's got a great ass. He does that thing.
I laugh so hard at Tom's Al Pacino impression. So Pierce put the cactus inside his stink portal. Yes, of course. Yes. I just the things seem to get pretty wrinkly with that video, so I escaped it. Go check out the episode for yourself. All right. I don't know what you guys are talking about now and there. Let's get back to Al Pacino.
What was it? Scent of a Woman. That was like the biggest movie.
Yeah.
He plays a blind guy who's foul-mouthed. Everybody loved that fucking movie.
And then they did this thing in Heat.
Scarface,
You know,
of
in
course.
Heat, where he's great in that.
Yeah.
Where like years later, they're like, yeah, he's supposed to be on cocaine the whole time. Like that's the character.
Yeah.
But then they cut out the stuff they shot that were references and seeing it. So you just see this guy who's like, yeah, and they're like, And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, yeah, he's on coke. You're like, yeah, why don't you show it?
Dude, that
He's
makes
like,
so much sense
it's
now.
just implied, and they're like, yeah, I thought you'd know.
In the defense of the makers of Heat, that is kind of how it goes sometimes when there is a guy doing cocaine, and you don't get to watch him do it every time. You know, you're out at a bar and there's a guy that's kind of like loosely in your group, kind of hanging out, and he just keeps going to the bathroom and coming back, and he's all like jacked up, like, "What's going on, dude? Yeah, no, I'm totally. I like, let me bounce some ideas off you. I got this party planning, but you know what I'm saying? Like, then you go, okay, this guy's on coke, but you don't necessarily watch it. You're just suspecting it. You don't have exact proof necessarily. You're just kind of, yeah, this guy's on coke. Look at his jaw's going a mile a minute. You know, you start putting two and two together. So maybe that was something that the folks of Heat were thinking about. What are something that you can tell someone's on coke with? Now everyone's doing ketamine out there. It's a little different. I didn't know Al Pacino was supposed to be coked up in Heat, says Don't Trip. See, maybe he's just bad at acting it then. Maybe they weren't, because it's like I said, you just got to go, is this guy coked up out of his mind? I guess in the context of a film, it's a little less, or a little more difficult, than it is in the context of being out at a bar with a group of Looney Tunes, you know? All right. Ketamine is gay, says Don't Trip. Well, sure, yes, a nice anti-drug message from Don't Trip. Ketamine is gay, indeed.
I'm like, yeah, we know he's out of his fucking mind.
I didn't know that. Now I've got to watch Heat over again.
Heat's incredible.
Yeah.
But he's just like, and this guy walking, and you're like, Jesus Christ.
I got to watch it again, too.
Yeah, they should tell you that information. That's kind of valuable.
Fucking cokehead.
But anyway, back to the...
Also, I find it a little bit lacking in verisimilitude that Al Pacino has played all these cokeheads and he's never tried it once in his life. He claims he's never done it. Don't you think as an actor or somebody who would want to take on these roles in such a way that you transform yourself, don't you think you'd want to know what cocaine was like so that you could act better at doing it? I don't know. I'm no actor. But that's just maybe not everybody's Christian Bale or Daniel Day-Lewis. But at the end of the day, I thought this Pacino guy was supposed to be a pretty swell actor, and he's never even experienced cocaine, yet he's playing all these cokeheads.
Great Al Pacino, phenomenal talent, is a new dad. He is also...
Yay, guys, clap for him. Clap in the booth.
Crazy. Him and De Niro. Both of them. They're like, hey, you looking at me? You trying to have a kid? You know, they're both fucking...
There's a lot of cool guys that do this. They're usually very successful. And the strangest thing, he found this sweet, sweet girl.
Could you imagine, by the way, sorry to interrupt again, can you imagine if they weren't successful? Could you imagine an elderly man who isn't successful impregnating some young 20-something-year-old girl? I mean, that guy would be... maybe the man. I don't really know if he'd either be the man or he'd need to go to jail because he's with somebody and it's illegal because of some mental things. You know what I'm saying? Like the circumstances would be so extreme if an elderly man impregnated a younger woman and he was not a special sort. You know what I'm saying? He's just some old man.
She is 29.
29, yeah.
There's a little age gap. He is 84.
84 years young.
An average 84-year-old man. You just see him at the store. He's like, hey, he's buying his lottery tickets. And you're like, what's new? He's like, I just had a kid. That'd be crazy. That'd be nuts. This one we don't bat an eye at, though. I would actually shake that man's hand, though. Congratulations there, Skippy.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that age gap would be 55 years. Did I get that right? I think it's a 55-year age gap.
Golly.
Yeah, there it is.
But here's a nice thing about...
I'm with the love of my life.
Here's a nice thing about this sweet girl, this 29-year-old sweet, sweet lady, is that she's got a penchant for older actors or older dudes. Like she was dating Mick Jagger.
Yeah, this lady looks like she loves old guys. I don't know why. Maybe it's because she doesn't appreciate velocity when it comes to sex. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she just likes a certain style of lovemaking, and these old guys really just kind of hit the spot. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Different strokes, different folks, or whatever the hell.
Who was about that age too. And then wasn't she with Nicholson, I want to say? What
there
other?
I can't find the Nicholson one. People were saying she was dating Clint Eastwood for a
Whoa.
while.
Can
but
you
she
Another-
hit,
denied that.
can you
Another
hit
young-
the thing? Because it probably would.
Clint Eastwood, he's yelling at some chair right now. He's like, "You see, Trump is the president, you stupid chair." Remember that when he was yelling at the
Okay.
chair?
What a nice girl. She's just dating all these cool, nice.
yeah, so
older
he
gents.
became-
I mean, golly, if these old guys see, here's the thing: you think like, "Oh, this lady's a predator. She's in this, so they're gonna die, and she's gonna steal their money." You never know. I mean, these old guys probably get together to like, I don't even know this chick's name, Jessica or some shit. What's her name? I don't fucking know. What's it on here? I'm not gonna say that name. I see it, but I'm not gonna. Let's just call her Stephanie. Stephanie. They go around. They say, "Oh, Stephanie, she's a real something or other," and they're all high fiving. They're like, "Thank God for Stephanie." I mean, would us old men get a walk around the park without Stephanie? You know what I'm saying? Probably not. So they're probably all like, "Thank the Lord for this lady. She puts a little pep in our step, keeps us young."
The new dad at 83 is now 84. His now ex-girlfriend. They already
They split already. The baby's 3 months old and they split.
Alfala welcomed their first child together. Pacino's already a dad to 3
I'm glad Tom said it, so I didn't have to try.
adult children. The daughter. In March of 2024, Alfala spoke publicly for the first time about her.
Pacino is one thing. Clint is gnarly, says Don't Trip. Now, I don't know why that would be the case. You think Clint Eastwood is grosser than Al Pacino? Did you see? Look at it. Al Pacino had that crazy wizard hair. I mean, and he's like... doing some sort of math on it. Like, yeah, I guess I'd rather fuck Clint Eastwood than Al Pacino. Wild. She had his kid. Good for 18 years at least. I guess so. I wonder if she deuces on Clint's face. Does Clint Eastwood like that? Is that something Clint Eastwood enjoys? Or he's like, "Hey, make my day. Shit on my face. Make my day." I remember that quote from Dirty Harry. That's why they call him Dirty Harry. After all, he likes getting shit on.
Relationship. Al lives down the street from my house. We started spending every day together playing chess, watching movies. It was like film school with Al Pacino. I bet that was fucking amazing.
Yes.
I guess it just became something more. They are no longer romantically involved. Here's everything to know about her. Okay, she's a producer. I'm a producer. You know what I'm saying? She was a producer, graduated from the University of Southern California Cinematic School for the Arts. It's a great program, by the way.
It
Continuing
is.
her studies at
Can
the
we go back?
University-
Can we go back on that line? I mean, I'm not going to be able to go back because it'll go back too far, but Christina with an underrated snipe there. Baby producer. Come on. We got to give the applause. That was good. That was good.
California, Los Angeles, where she obtained a master's degree in film and television producing. In 2018, she produced a short film called Brosa Nostra about a fraternity president trying to get his house to return to the Greek row at Southern California College. After graduating, she produced another short film. She executive produced the forthcoming feature, Billy Knight, which stars Pacino, Charlie Heaton, Diana Silvers, and Patrick Schwarzenegger, as well as The Apprentice, a film about the rise of Donald Trump starring Sebastian Stan.
Ooh, that's a new one that's out there now. The old Donald Trump movie. I wonder how the impression... I mean, I guess Sebastian Stan probably did it subtly. The dude that plays Kendall from Secession. Bring, bing, boomy, moomy, moomy, moomy. That guy's in there, too. So, I mean, that's going to be a hot to trot movie with the guy winning the presidency,
Okay. You can scroll down. So, let's see. She welcomed their first son. We got that. Let's see if it has any backstory. They're just friends. Okay. She's been linked to other big names. That's where we're getting to. Let's see who she dated before.
There she is snuggling
I know.
Mick Jagger.
Prior to welcoming Pacino or welcoming Child Pacino, she made headlines when she dated Mick Jagger.
Now, let's rank these. We already got Clint Eastwood in there. We got fucking Al Pacino. And now throw in the mix Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger can at least move a little bit. The man does his concerts, and it's actually alarming. He's not Frankie. We watched some Frankie Valli last week, where this corpse of a man comes out, and it's like, Sherry, baby. And he's up there, and he's just like, but he's not really singing it. They're just playing the music. Mick Jagger does it. I don't know if he's really singing it, but he's still like, gonna stop it up. He's still doing all this dumb shit. I can't even fucking move like that. So Mick Jagger, does he go at the top of the list or what? when it comes to us wanting to have sex with them, I'm saying. So think about it, all right? That's where we're ranking right now.
74, and she was 22 at the time.
Sweet.
Our ages didn't matter to me.
No, of course
The
not.
heart doesn't know what it sees; it only knows what it feels. That's a fine, nice way of saying it. And you're right. In 2019, Alfalo sparked romance rumors with Clint Eastwood after they were photographed leaving Craig's. There is no relationship. We're family friends. My family is there, and that's that. Is what she said about that.
So maybe she's just fucking these guys. She's like, we're just friends. I'm just getting boned down by these octogenarians.
She has 3 siblings. I don't know if there's any more there, but yeah, that's pretty cool. She definitely likes older men, which is fine. You can like older men.
So that's the 3, folks. Who are you ranking? Ooh, look at this. Selvin Undercover has just entered the stink portal, maybe to get in the ranking of dudes right now. Elderly men, which one would we want to fuck more? This is how mine's going. Number 1, Mick Jagger. Number 2, Clint Eastwood. Number 3, Al Pacino. That's how I go. De Niro was not an option. This lady has not fucked De Niro, though De Niro has recently also had a child. Him and Pacino finding each other in the hospital, and he's like, will you look at me? Will you look at me? He's saying it differently because he's excited because he got, his jizz to march one more time. Jagger's the one, says Don't Trip. You get senior citizen discounts at restaurants, says Melissa. That's pretty cool. All right. I guess that's nice. I'm not sure. Valley is coming up in May. Guys talking about Frankie Valley. Frankie Valley, you throw him in there. He's still, despite being almost immobile, borderline immobile, having like almost rigor mortis effect on his body, still looks good, believe it or not. Jagger and Eastwood tied for the lead on the poll. Okay, thank you. We've got a poll cranking right now. So far, it's Jagger and Eastwood. I put Jagger at 1, Eastwood at 2. 1A, 1B, perhaps. So we'll revisit the poll before we get out of here. I'll tell you that right now. There's a new portrait at the YMH studios. Let's take a look at this. I want to see this new portrait. Did I get to see it while I was there? Hell, I was just there not but 1 week ago. And I don't remember this. Let's see it. Ooh, I'll make it big for you. Let me make it big for you. Ooh, it's the fancy chef going up in the background of Cool Guys. Look at that. The fancy chef, indeed. A new portrait of him. He looks absolutely... He actually just looks how he always looks, which is regal, I would say. I can see the fancy chef wearing these things. He's got his googly eyes. Pretty lovely. Lovely stuff, indeed. Well, let's see here. We've got some time left. Why don't we listen to this story from Two Bears, One Cave? You see Tom sat down with old Russell Peters here. I do believe that's who it is. Yes, Russell Peters.
I do want to try DMT as well.
Hold on. Let's go. Let's pause this. Talking about DMT. And now I know a little behind the genes here. Russell Peters is one of the men who took Tom on the road back when Tom was opening up for people like Rogan and Russell Peters. Russell Peters, one of the most generous headliners in the world, quite frankly. I've benefited from his generosity through what they call the old trickle-down effect, you see, because he treats people so well, and the people that have opened for him so well, that they pass it on, and I've been a beneficiary of that. So I look up to the man, and I think he's a good dude, and I'm glad he got to come here on Two Bears, One Cave, reunite with Tom, and talk about tripping balls. Let's listen.
But I do want to try.
I got mushrooms in gummy form that are incredible.
I did chocolate mushrooms around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And, it's a little bar says take 3 pieces for microdose.
Yeah.
So I took the 3 pieces. That was too much for me.
Yeah, those chocolate bars are, they say take 3 pieces and you take, I trip a lot, and I was like I was coming back from Earth, like you're coming, entering the atmosphere again.
I always, whenever somebody tells you what to take, just go in half at least.
And I was like, how much can be in there, right? It was like a little piece and Ferrero Rocher. And I was the only one on it, and we went to a restaurant.
Fuck.
And there was like 10 people with me, my kids, everything. And it kicked in right as we got in the restaurant.
Yeah.
So I can hear everybody's conversations around me. And then everyone's like, I'm like, I start panicking. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then people are like, hey, what's good here? What should I order? Just order your fucking food. Don't talk to me right now.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking talk to me. Just order your food. I'll pay for it.
And everyone's like, what's his
Fuck, yeah, they thought I was having a meltdown. And I was like, just leave me alone. I'm fucking tripping out.
Dude, I had a friend.
That's circumstances, folks. You can't put yourself in that kind of thing. You can't. A, you don't want to go into a mission solo, especially if you're going out into public. B, you don't want to put yourself into an atmosphere where it could become overwhelming in terms of noise, in terms of conversation. Being trapped in one place where you can't walk around or find your comfort zone. This was a bad scenario. I don't like blaming the drugs in this case. It's the scenario's fault.
He gave me an oxy, and then he's like, "Here you go."
Ooh, boy.
He gave me two actually.
Now we're
And
talking. Now this is more fun.
I'm like, okay, I'll take one. Obviously, not taking two.
Mm-hmm.
I take one, and I'm on a plane, and I'm like, and I'm just fucking drooling onto myself.
Yes.
And I'm just, and I get off, and I was like, yo, dude, I just took that on a flight. He goes, did you take the whole thing? I go, yeah, it's a pill. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, you should have taken that in half. I go, fucking, you gave me two. Why would I think to split it in half?
I think one is.
I don't know if there was a part of me that when I heard this story, I wondered if this was me at some point back in the day when I was doing pills and we were traveling together. Did I do that? It's my Urkel. Did I do that? I don't think I think I gave Tom a Xanax one time, but not a.
For now, one's for later. I don't give me a 4-day dose.
Was
he
it
gave me
me?
the fucking strongest one they make. I'm like, what the fuck?
What are oxys supposed to do, though?
Yeah, it's supposed to. I mean, it's a pain pill, and it's supposed to have that effect. But he also gave me an extremely strong dose.
Like the horse pill of it.
Yeah, and I'm just fucking drooling on a
Maybe the
flight.
chlamydia pill of oxys.
It's fucking so strong. I'm like, you think I was in a plane? Like, how do I crush this thing up? No.
Well, again, did I do that? I don't think it was me. I don't remember though. I mean, if it was a decade ago. Nevertheless,
I cut this pill.
I have to cut this.
You have a pill cutter?
Narcotic in half.
Yeah.
Do you mind? Yeah. This the heroin in pill form.
Yeah, I did mushrooms for the first time about 2 years ago. You all right there?
Yeah.
You
want one?
No, good, thanks. What was that? Are you doing?
I thought he had oxys in that moment. It started going, do you want one? Well, folks, I think it's time to get to our new segment, shall we? A good way to round out the show. Hold on. I'm getting it. Oh, boy. It's a brand new segment called Tanner's Thoughts. Tan's Thoughts. Let's pull it up on this tab here. What do you say? Come on, Josh. You can do it. We're rounding it out. You can make it. Before I get to playing the video, though, let's go into the Sting portal and see what everyone's saying. Yeah, well, user's choice when it comes to that kind of thing. Melissa says, one time I was tripping in a community college classroom, probably the worst idea I've ever had, other than dating old men. Well, yeah, I mean, we're bringing up all kinds of poor decisions for Melissa. Call Tom and ask, says fucking Bobby. That's not something I want to remind him of, fucking Bobby. He says, call Tom and ask if it was me that did that. I don't want to be like, hey, was that, that's like a weirdest phone call that you could make at the end of the day. Was that me? Were you telling that story about me? I wouldn't say it that way, but I would say it, and this is what he could glean from my asking, you understand? That's why I would never do it. Whoa! Eric Max Power Jr. V gifting 5 YMH subs. Oh my God, we're bringing 5 pours into the stink portal. Oh my God. Look at that. Thank you so much, Eric Max Power Jr. V. Well, folks, let's get to our final segment of the day on that beautiful note. Thank you for your generosity there, Eric. Let's hear Tanner's thoughts. Can we get some production for this, Cougar, this segment? A little like pre-roll where it's just like, mama, mama, some little like, I don't know, Tanner's thoughts and like bubbles or something. I don't fucking know. You guys know what to do. Let's watch.
My girlfriend complains about how much sleep she gets. It's like, bitch, you set the alarm.
What else you been thinking about?
My mother. Anytime I talk to her now, she thinks it's like I'm trying to like work a bit out or trying to get a bit out of her. I think about like if my other coworkers like talk to women. I think about that sometimes. I think about like who's just not getting any play, like in the office. I don't know. I think about these things. I'm like, oh, are they getting pussy or not? Sometimes I think about Garrett whenever I'm in the restroom and he's in there, because we end up going in there at the same time sometimes. He takes loud shits.
Garrett.
I think about those sometimes.
For those who don't know, Garrett, though, is like a healthy-looking boy. He's probably got protein powders or something. It's probably... These protein powder boys, they take, they sound like they're calling dinosaurs in a cave.
I think about what Chris is thinking about. I try to guess what he's thinking about. I feel like he just like thinks about like Legos and like computers. I don't know. I think about how much older people are.
Yeah.
Than me. Here in the office, I try to guess Annie's age sometimes. Finding out Potter's age was a trip.
It's because I'm younger than you thought I was there, Tanner.
I try to think of new snacks to bring into the office mix, but I lose traction sometimes. I've been thinking about Jews quite a bit. I have been thinking, here's one I have been thinking about for a very long, two things. Krispy Kreme and McDonald's breakfast. Mm-hmm. I've been thinking about McDonald's breakfast. Sometimes I'll stay up at night until like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, mm-hmm. depending on when like the McDonald's is like switch their breakfast over because it's not 24-hour anymore. Yeah. So I can get the McDonald's breakfast. I know it's a little redundant. It's like, oh, why don't you just wake up early? That's harder than staying up.
Well, I get that though. I used to do that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so worth it.
Yeah. It feels different.
If any president was gonna get my vote, bring back 24-hour McDonald's breakfast. Okay. And
that's gone? 24-hour McDonald's breakfast is gone? I feel like that was a new thing. They already got rid of it? I mean, hell, it'll come back. It's going to be like the McRib. They're going to be like, and breakfast is 24 hours again.
And I've been thinking about frozen yogurt quite a bit, too.
Yeah.
Frozen yogurt and Krispy Kreme have been like the two big ones on my mind. I like seeing that. I like when restaurant signs are missing some letters in like their neon things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there was one on the I-5 South. It was a Denny's and it never worked right. It would either say Den's, Annie's, which is crazy. It would say, yeah, it's pretty much. It was either the D was missing or the Y or something.
There's a place, yoga studio. It's called Fine Arts Yoga Studio, and guess what? The INE, it was out, and it said Fart Studio. I thought that was great. I drove by that. I go.
Sometimes I think about like restocking the toilet paper here. I'm like, damn, you guys shit a lot because I have to restock it quite a bit sometimes.
They got Tanner restocking the toilet paper in there. Good golly, Miss Molly. I mean, I guess that's hey. I mean, we used to just keep it in the one little teensy bathroom we had in there. We just had the toilet paper just stacked like rolls inside the like sink thing. So if there was one that was out, it's not even you just take another one out. It's like you're at your house. Kind of crazy. It's restocking though these like they got industrial ones in there. Go. You know those things? Well, that's Tanner's thoughts, folks. And a new segment here on Behind the Jeans. Boy, oh boy, I loved it. He's the best at it. Oh, okay. Well, I guess, that's the thing that they always say. You want to be the Michelangelo of restocking the toilet papers, right? We need to free Tanner, says fucking Bobby. Yeah. I mean, I think he's pretty free. We'll bring some more next time. Yes, I was going to say, get some more. Keep the segment going. Keep the thoughts ruminating, Tanner. Well, folks, thank you for having me today. Thank you to all our new members. Let's go back and do a little recap here. We have Stephanie as a new member, Sputnik as a new member, Don't Trip gifted a new membership out there to somebody. Selvin Undercover is a new member. Eric Max Power Jr. V gifting 5 memberships today. I mean, wow, your generosity is unmatched here inside the Stink Portal. Thank you so much. We will be back again next time. Eastwood and Jagger tied at the poll. Oh, tied the poll. Excuse me. I forgot about the results of the poll. So it looks like Eastwood and Jagger, 1A, 1B. Which one do you prefer? The one with the dance moves or the one with the iron jaw? Nevertheless, folks, 28% of the vote each. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Do come back again. BehindTheGeneShow@gmail.com if there's anything you want addressed. Maybe something from back in the day in the vault that you'd like me to pull out and go over. We could do that too. Let us know. BehindTheGeneShow@gmail.com. TheJoshPotter.com is where you can go check out the dates that I'm going to be out and about live. As of right now, we're just going to be doing Buffalo, November 30th. Going to be at Nietzsche's back in town for Thanksgiving. And then beyond that, December 6th and 7th, going to be in Arizona. So make sure you go check out thejoshpotter.com. Let me know where you want me to come to in 2025. Let's see if there's anything left to say here in the chat. Bye, Mommy, says regular human girl, who I don't think is a girl at all. Bye, Mommies, indeed. We will see you. Oh, Josh, you did a great job operating the projectors. Thank you, RJ. That is fun. They are like projectors. And I did them very well today. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. After last week, I feel like I owed you a pretty decent, technically sound program today. I hope it was okay. I hope I'm in focus. I hope everything was copacetic on this episode of Behind the Jeans. We'll see you next Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Have a good day, folks, and I love you very much.
This is big time! Who is Randy? Don't bring anyone's mother into this. Your mama in the fucking stands!
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura. And
Christina Pashitsky.
welcome to your mom's house.
Wow.